Hi everyone. In this video we're going to go over the latest update which happened yesterday. So first off we have the new unit which is DB2. Right, so let's go over her skills. Take note, these are her max skills, so these won't be her what you get straight away. You have to work towards this. So personally I'm not pulling for her at the moment, so I won't be able to see her skill ups and like how it affects her, unfortunately. But we can see what she's like at max rank. So from the looks of things, she's like she's based off shields, right? And she reflects damage, and she can restore her shield value based off her HP, right? And so I think she's like she seems like a bruiser type, right? With reflect, like she does reflect damage as well. So she works well with Clock, I would say, because Clock increases shield effectiveness. So I think it's a pretty decent combination for PvP specifically. For PvE, I don't think she's particularly useful. And you don't really need her for PvE, I don't feel. Like, in PvE, all you really need is like a Taunt and then Morgan or some sort of like heavy nuker, right? And DB2 doesn't really do that. And then this skill seems to be a typo, like it doesn't read properly, right? Like that's 35% of the target's current HP of type DB2. Like that doesn't really make sense to me. So I'm unsure how this works. Whether it's like actually her, like whoever she's targeting, or her own HP. Like it could be either, based on this wording. Then if she kills the target, she restores her own health, which is nice, I guess, for PvP. Depends how tanky she is, though. Like, I mean, she has a shield already, so how much damage she's taking and then like healing afterwards is, I'm unsure. I don't know how. I don't feel like that's like particularly useful. And then she can't get debuffed and she cannot gain buffs. Right? I guess aside from her shield, that's all she can get. And then before normal attack, she reduces target's damage reduction coefficient. I guess that's in relation to resistance. I'm not 100% sure, but seems to be something like that. And then so if her health's below 50%, then she'll deal damage equal to 60% of her maximum HP to the target. So that's quite a lot of HP. Sorry, a lot of damage. Because I assume you probably build her on like double HP percent. I'm guessing she must be like really like beefy, right? So you're probably running double HP percent. So yeah, that's her EX. So yeah, as I said, I think for most people you'll probably skip her, especially because next week will be the Valentine's week. Oh, like yeah, it'll be Valentine's will fall into next week, right? So we would be expecting to get the Valentine's units, or at least one of them. Most likely both of them, which is Charlissa and Skadi. But we'll see the announcements next week, right? So I would say at least hold off until then before you decide on whether you're going to pull or not. And I say if you're going to pull, it's mostly because you're trying to push PvP. That's probably the only reason why anyone would pull for her at the moment. And I feel like she probably needs some investment as well to get her to be like a useful stage, right? So you probably need some reverbs, or you have to pull extra, like, more dupes of her to get her to be useful. So I don't think she's worth the investment. And also, if you look at the details of the summon, Rodnia and Xiaoyin are here, so you can pull. You have a low chance to pull for them, right, when you're pulling for these banners, which means that I think once DB2 leaves this banner, she'll probably be added to like the future units banners here, right? As like a possible pull unit. In which case, like you'll probably get her eventually. She's not. I don't think she's limited. So I think it's better to just hold off and wait for limited units at the moment. Especially because there are like some very powerful units on the Taiwanese server that you probably should wait for as well. So yeah, so for me personally, I'm not pulling for her on either my main or my ult, and I'm just gonna wait until next week's pulls, right? Now we also have the Joint Crusade. I did a video for that yesterday with like an easy access team, which only uses a few units. Now I will post a more advanced team in the next couple of days or so. I just need some more time to test and see if I can push this any further, but this is the highest I got yesterday, or today I guess, as of this recording. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And then we have another event here, which is Lilith's Bakery. It's a very simple event. So you just sign in and you gain some rewards and also like the materials for the event. So these three materials, you'll use it in the bakery section to make cake, right? And then you can gift the cake to 3 of these 6 characters. Just pick your favorite ones, and I'm assuming when you gift it to them, you get some rewards like crystals or whatever. Probably similar to the dating event that we had a few weeks ago, if you were around for that. So unfortunately you can't pick all 6, but yeah, it is what it is. And there's also some daily tasks, which is very simple. You'll be doing these like while you're clearing your usual dailies anyway, so just remember to come in to collect these. It's just a few extra shields and some awakening materials. It's free, so I can't complain. A little bit of crystals is nice too. And that is all we have for the current banner. And because like there's no event at the moment that uses energy, I would highly expect that next week there's probably going to be like a proper side story. I assume it must be like a Valentine side story or something, and then there'll be like the Valentine banners to go along with it. So until then, I think this week is a good week to try to get through your main story progression, because there's nothing much to use your stamina on aside from just typical farming. So if you haven't cleared all your main story and your hard modes yet, you may as well try to do it now. While there's downtime, basically, right? Because if there's a side story, you might need to sink a fair bit of stamina into that. And that's pretty much it. That covers what we have for this week. So I'll be back probably tomorrow or the day after with another video, probably about Joint Crusade and my team, depending on whether I've finished my push on that. Otherwise, I'll come up with something else. But anyway, that's it for now. Good luck with your Joint Crusade, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.